Reschedule. Oh, we live, man. Welcome back to
We
Man Down
good.
Sports, man. Me and Corey, you can see from the thumbnail, man. We discussing prime time, man, and him leaving Jackson State and going to Colorado to take that head coaching job. It's gonna be a good conversation, man. We also got to talk about this Odell Beckham thing that's going on with the Cowboys. He's in Dallas right now. He's not letting nobody know exactly what's going on, but you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell what it is. He's all smiles and smiling. I want to say Michael Parsons was with him. Yeah, a couple of Cowboys with him, man. Little entourage and all that stuff, man. It was a lot. It was a lot, man.
Yeah,
So we're gonna get into all that, man. But
Michael
first, man,
Parsons. Michael Parsons.
what was it? Michael Parsons?
Yeah, Michael Parsons,
It was.
Trayvon
That's what,
Diggs,
that's
and J. Ron Curse.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, man. But, yeah, Deion Sanders, man. We can start there. Well, while y'all looking at this thing, man, if you're not already subscribed on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Share this feed right now if you're watching live, and we can get into it, man. A lot of people, and I didn't even know how I felt about it, to be honest with you at first, but a lot of people, once they heard that Deion was leaving Jackson State for Colorado, I think they had an emotional response to it. I think for people that was like really emotionally invested in what it meant for Deion Sanders to put HBCUs, referably to Jackson State, putting them on the map and upgrading them so much and getting them televised on national TV, undefeated season, winning the SWAC, all that good stuff, man. It brought a lot of swag out there, so I think a lot of people was looking at that situation like, if Deion keeps doing this like he's doing and more HBCU schools follow suit, then we could funnel more athletes to the HBCUs, which means we can funnel more money to HBCUs, and then we can upgrade HBCUs around the world just like they did at Jackson State. And they thought Deion Sanders was on a mission to do that. However, Deion Sanders never ruled out that he was going to leave and go to a Power 5 school. I'm going to play a clip on several interviews. He did a 60 Minutes interview, and he said he would entertain, and he would have to entertain, if a Power 5 school came in a call. And he said the same thing in the interview with, I want to say it was Desmond Howard he was getting an interview with. So I'm going to play that clip, and then I want you to go ahead and respond to it, Corey, on your thoughts on it. But here's Deion Sanders with Desmond Howard.
Who rocks that? You can't rattle him. Who rocks that?
If the phone rang before this mission was complete, if it was a call from the NFL or the Power 5,
I'm not going to the NFL.
So only one you would answer would be the Power 5.
I would entertain.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to. Going to the Power 5 don't change my lifestyle.
Right.
But guess what? It changes my coaches. So I got to weigh all options. I'm a moment kind of guy. I'm going to dominate this moment, man.
Understood.
Yeah, then I move on to the next moment. But right now, I'm going to dominate this thing.
Thoughts?
I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I'm just not. I mean, I think when we first did show, was that 2 years ago? He was coming to Jackson State. I think I said then that if one of these big schools, if Florida State especially came calling, like Jackson State, he'd be gone. And I said, I hope he don't, but I think he will.
Yeah.
This is a Pac-12 team in a major conference, at least until 2025. It's a major conference, right? But it was like at the groundwork is being laid. He took a Jackson State team that wasn't very good, SWAC champions, right? He's taking a Colorado team that's not very good, right?
Yep.
You get them to a bowl game next year, and then you get them to at least a New Year's Day bowl the year after that. And that puts you right at 2025, right? when the big shift happens, when you have the Big 12, you got Texas and Oklahoma leaving the Big 12, going to the SEC. You got USC and UCLA leaving the Pac-12 and going to the Big 10. So you're going to have 3 big conferences. You're going to have the Big 10, the SEC, and the ACC. Those would be your 3 big conferences. All Florida State got to do is falter, and then he's going to be right in Florida State. He's laying the groundwork down. I mean, he's been doing it. He needed a job. He got a job, and now it's getting bigger. And then it's just going to get bigger. That's all it's going to do. And don't get me wrong, like his style works. His coaching style works because he holds kids accountable. He worked. I mean, I don't know if you heard that his first meeting with the team. Have you heard that yet? He told this kid.
I mean, he was
this
honest.
kid.
Yeah, he was
I
honest.
do too.
I mean, would you rather a kid come in there and have a coach tell him that everything's cool and you gonna be my starting quarterback next year and all this stuff, and you know you gonna be there, and then turn around and he bring his son in there and turned out that to be the lie? I mean, he did what he came in there. He said, "Look, man," he pretty much said, "I'm gonna try to make y'all quit. Some of y'all can hit the transfer portal now. Yep. And the rest of y'all that don't hit the transfer portal, I'm gonna make it so hard."
The quarterback hit the transfer portal today.
Immediately.
Quarterback went in the transfer portal today.
And who wouldn't do that when they knew he bring his son over here that plays my position? So
his son will be a junior. I'm almost for certain that his son will stay 2 years because he'll get a chance to really play in 23 and 24. But you have kids that are already decommitting from whatever school they was committed to, and
Deion gonna have a really good chance to get. Deion gonna have a really good chance to get a lot of them kids transfer portal. And I seen someone mention they gonna come up with a new rule, a Deion Sanders rule, that's gonna kind of slow some of that down, man. But I mean, because if you're a coach like Deion, you got the type of pull you got and the type of aura around you, you can quit any job and go to another school and pretty much have any player you want just transfer and follow you. You get what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna like that.
Once you see how recruiting changes with Deion, Colorado have been in the top 25 in recruiting in probably 10 years, right? They haven't been. The last real recruit that they probably had at the University of Colorado was probably Rashawn Salam.
Come on, man. It's been other people after him, man. Come on, that's so long ago, man. He was a bad boy out there, though. I can't name him. It's got to be somebody. It's got to be somebody.
Man, listen, it's somebody hidden in there because I can't even name nobody in the NFL right now that went to Colorado.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they there, but that's the last one I remember too, and that was the 90s.
The way this is gonna change, and the way that you will see a shift with players like we already had a 5-star receiver from View High School here in Texas that decommitted from Alabama and already committed to Colorado.
That's crazy.
So it's now remember Saban had a problem with it before because Travis Hunter went to Jackson State.
Yeah.
Now he gonna have a big problem because now you're in a Power 5 conference.
Yeah, he gonna say something again.
Absolutely.
He definitely gonna say something again, man. So absolutely. Justin Hunter, he got to make a decision. What do you think he do? You
talking about Travis Hunter?
Yep.
What I say? You talking about at Jackson State? Yeah, you said Travis Hunter at Jackson State. What you think he's doing?
You think he's going to Colorado?
He's going to Colorado. He's going to bring his son. He's gonna bring his son. He's gonna bring Travis Hunter. He's gonna bring his other son to safety, right? And probably about 4 or 5 other players on that team that gonna come and ball out.
Probably so. Kofi said he don't think he sold out.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that? You think he sold out, or you see this as a fair move for him?
Who did he sell out?
I mean, maybe HBCUs, maybe Jackson State, maybe the players he brought out the Jackson State. You know, maybe the Black community. I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I think anybody who feels like he sold out is thinking of totally 100% emotional. I think their feelings is hurt. Is kind of the same thing with Kanye West and everything he did with the White Lives Matter shirt and the MAGA hat. Like that, there was nothing wrong with what he did, but it hurt some people's feelings. You know what I mean? That's just an emotional response to some point somebody's trying to make by putting the hat on.
There's probably some jagged that feelings hurt. I mean, that's the only people that I can really think of that should be. There's players that, yes, that may have come there for Deion, and they probably won't get the opportunity to come to the University of Colorado. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a free education because Deion gave you a scholarship. Take that for what it's worth. You understand what I'm saying? And keep it moving. Jackson State, you got stadium renovations. You got 2 brand new practice fields. You got an indoor practice facility. You got a brand new locker room. Stuff that you wasn't finna get.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man,
all of that.
Be thankful.
You got all of that, man. The school itself made a lot of money. I mean, I think he from what I read, he went and got Walmart to build that practice facility for him. The locker rooms is upgraded. Yeah, they was on a grass field for practice that was so bad that when it rained, they had to go and catch a bus to a high school to practice it. Right?
Yes.
Deion got him a brand new artificial turf practice field. You know what I mean? The locker room was amazing.
They got 2 turf fields and an indoor practice facility out of it.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, the coaches. Because talking to the athletic director, Deion said, I'm going to help the athletic director pick the new head coach. And my recommendation was for his assistant, and his name is escaping me right now, but he was like, my recommendation is for you to keep it in-house and keep this coach, pretty much upgrade everybody. And that might happen unless they find like a better candidate, like let's say Pittsburgh fire Mike Tomlin after the season, then Mike Tomlin say, I want to come to Jackson State. Yeah, obviously you got to take a guy like that, right?
Right.
But other than that, I don't know if it's a better situation for them to go get it, than it is for the guys that's there right now, and they can keep everything rolling.
And you still have, you got a former NFL head coach as the head coach of Grambling now.
Right.
So there are coaching opportunities that are still there, and still, the only thing that Deion really did that, he just put awareness on HBCU football, and that is not bad football at all.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, Jackson State would have beat the hell out of Colorado this year. Probably
would have. Yeah, them boys ain't got no heart. Yeah, I think, and they're well coached, man. So I think Deion, if anybody had an issue with him leaving, if they just sit back and think about it and say, okay, what we thought Deion was going to do, he didn't do, but the opportunity to do that is still there because he laid the blueprint and the foundation, so we can get somebody else in here and we can still bring HBCUs up 2 or 3 notches. From here, just keep the ball rolling. I think the opportunity is there, man. But that's all I want. I ain't had nothing else to say about it, man. I don't think he sold out. I don't. I'm not mad at him. And even if I did think he sold out, I'm still proud of the what he did at Jackson State in the 2 years, and the lives he changed, and the coaches he gave opportunities to. And I'm still gonna be rooting for him at Colorado and seeing him do that same thing over there. Because he about to change some lives over there as well, man. So I'm rooting for him.
Like you said, man, what 80% of college football is African American.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I play what he said when they asked him about him leaving Jackson State.
Who rocks that? You can't rattle him. Who rocks?
Oh, that ain't the right one. There we go.
You've made a tremendous impact to the HBCUs. I guess how difficult was the decision to leave what you started there?
Tremendous. Because it wasn't about the X's and O's or the wins and losses. It was about those kids. It was about looking at the faces of those kids, knowing that I'm being ready. God is getting ready to elevate me. I'm sorry. God is getting ready to elevate me. Usually a coach is terminated or elevated. Thank God I'm elevated. But still, the journey is not complete. Some of the things that we accomplished there about bringing understanding and notoriety to certain falsities or non-committal things that are done in Power Fives, maybe God is using me to be the catalyst to make you think and to make you just fathom another way, to make us feel unthreatened when someone of the other ethnicity is approaching, to just make us feel good about today. Maybe God is really using me to open doors at this level. The thing that alarms me the most is just because I'm leaving Jackson, they think that I'm leaving African American. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm Black. I can never leave who I am and what I am and how I am and how I go about being that. So it is still my task to look in that locker room and see 65 to 70% of African American men trying to help them get to the next level, as well as all the others. My calling is for young men, young women, and people of all walks of life, all social climates, and all ethnicities. That's my calling.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get it. I mean, but we at least found out who really is SWAC. I guess that settles that, man. Who is SWAC, man? But yeah. The other thing I wanted to get into is the Odell Beckham to Dallas thing. It looked like that whole thing is heating up. So let's say it's a foregone conclusion. They talk it out and they get the contract situated, and it is what it is, and we wake up tomorrow and Odell Beckham is a Dallas Cowboy. Mm-hmm. How does that change? Because right now they number 2 in the East, right, in y'all division, right? Yeah, behind Philly, of course, like I predicted.
Let's see.
I think what y'all got? Was y'all 8-4?
No, 9-3.
Oh yeah, 9-3. I gave y'all extra.
Didn't I say they would be right around this at this time of the year?
I don't know. I gotta go back to the tape.
Just go back and look at it. You gave them a whole lot of losses by now, and games that they definitely wasn't finna lose.
Okay. I go back and look at it. They might be doing better than what I thought, right? So 9-3, but the order is still like I said. I said Philly is going to beat y'all twice this year, and Philly's going to win that division.
I don't think Philly stands a chance in the second game. I don't.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that. You're laying a perfect segue right now.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah. Perfect thing. So Odell Beckham may or may not be a Cowboy by the time we wake up tomorrow. If he is a Cowboy, and he's healthy like we all assume he is, and he can go right away. Mm-hmm. We know it took him a couple of weeks with the Rams last year before he had to learn the playbook and all that stuff. It took him a couple of weeks to actually start making some noise. Mm-hmm. With the games we got left with the Cowboys, and knowing that he got to get a good feel for everything, CeeDee Lamb on one side, Odell Beckham on the other side, Tony Pollard.
That's not how I'm playing it. But you go ahead.
Okay. With all of that, what are you expecting for the rest of the season for the Cowboys and Odell?
Nothing different.
Okay.
So this is my thought process on this. You need him, and there was 2 plays. There was really 3 plays last night that showed that you need him. Michael Gallup is not a route runner. That's not his thing. the interception to who intercepted the ball? I can't even remember who picked it up. Used to play corner for the Patriots.
Not Butler.
No, the other one.
I can't remember. Gilmore.
Is that his last name? Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore. He picked the pass off last night. Gallup ran a horrible route and then fell down in his brick, and Gallimore was just standing there for the ball. It just came right to him. That's not his thing. He's a vertical guy. That's what he is. He's a vertical guy. He's a jump ball guy. That's what Michael Gallup is, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the receiver that he is. Super duper physical guy. You understand what I'm saying? That's just what he does. CeeDee Lamb has shown, especially in these last couple of weeks, he has definitely improved, just like his football IQ. And what I think that is
average at best,
which is, like flashing in front of safeties, catching the ball in front of safeties, not just drifting behind them. You understand what I'm saying? Because Dak is anticipating throws, which is what we've been wanting him to do for a long time. We want him to stop being safe, start anticipating these throws. And when you do that to a receiver, when you do that to a quarterback, you kind of set him up for failure. You know what I mean? If you drift behind the safety, he's throwing the ball at the safety, thinking that you're gonna flash in front of him, because that's what he wants. He wants the safety to be like, oh, and come forward and just stand there like this. Receiver come right across and catch the ball and be gone. That's exactly what you want. But if you're drifting behind him, you're not getting that. He's done a lot better in the last couple of weeks, but I'm still not really sold on it. Odell Beckham does all of the above. All of the above. Right now, the Cowboys have no slot receiver. They don't even play a slot receiver. They just line up with two tight ends. They have no slot. They have these two rookies that are playing great football right now, two tight ends. They're playing great football. And then you have a third, well, Dalton Schultz is actually your number one tight end, right? But Hendershot and Ferguson are playing fantastic football. Imagine if you put Odell Beckham in the slot.
I mean, what you saying that prior to 2 knee surgeries, I would be like, man, that's dangerous, man. But man, I don't know how much cutting
I don't know
how much cutting you want him doing, man.
I don't need him to do too much. I don't.
I mean, he got the hands. He got the hands. He can do what Wes Welker did with ease. He can make catches in traffic.
My offense went from the number 24 offense the first 6 weeks of the season. That gets healthy. Now they're the number 2 offense in the NFL. In just a matter of 5 weeks. And it comes from the threat of Dak can put the ball down the field. So you have to respect that. And then the running game is working.
Yeah.
You put Odell Beckham in where you cannot crowd. No, if we got 2 tight ends with Odell Beckham, you can't crowd the box because you don't. I mean, if you look at his workout videos, he looks healthy. I don't play him in the first 2 games. That if we sign him tomorrow, I don't play him against Houston, and I don't play him against Jacksonville. I don't.
No, not even limited reps. Just put him out there.
Nope.
So what you gonna do is you just go practice for 2 weeks, and then y'all go have him ready for the final. Okay. I think I want him the game before Philly.
Nope, I don't want him the game before Philly because these next 2 games, Jacksonville and Houston. I mean, Cowboys are gonna win these games. That little stretch that you have right at the end. Let's say all you need Philly to do is falter one time in these next couple of weeks. Giants have played them tough, and the Redskins, Commanders have played them tough, right? Mm-hmm. Commanders beat them, right?
Yeah.
They got to play them. They got to play both of those teams in these next 5 weeks, right? Okay. We just need them to falter one time. That game against Philly then is for the championship. That's for the divisional championship. But after you play Philly, you still have to play Tennessee, and then you have to play the Commanders again the last game of the season. So I want him to catch his stride right as he's going into the playoffs.
Pretty much like he did last year.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what that's what I see.
So and I mean, so are you saying Dak, not Dak, but Odell Beckham added to this team makes y'all more of a contender than what y'all are now?
Yeah, it makes the offense more dynamic for sure. But I mean, right now, turning a 180 and handing the ball off to Tony Pollard is pretty damn dynamic.
that boy playing out of his mind right now, man. Like,
pretty dynamic. Yeah.
I got to give him his props, man. He playing real good, real good football.
So I mean, and that's all with. I mean, there's something that's about to happen that I think could throw off the continuity of this whole team.
And what's that?
It's something nobody's even looking at. Tyron Smith is healthy, and they talking about moving Tyler Smith back to left guard and playing Tyron Smith at left tackle again.
And you think that's the wrong move?
I mean, why fix what's not broken? Your offensive line, even though at the beginning of the season, I told you that this is a run first team because of the offensive line. This is how they built this offensive line. But especially with Tyler Smith having to play left tackle, I wasn't very sure about it. That dude is a load. You can't beat it.
Yeah.
So why fix it? Remember how bad Tyron Smith looked in that San Francisco game last year?
I don't remember.
Joey Bosa was eating his ass alive.
I mean, this Joey Bosa though.
Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa was eating his ass alive. But then Nick Bosa got hurt and it kind of solidified after that. But Tyron Smith looked terrible. He just came off a torn hamstring. What makes you think he's gonna be any better?
I don't know, man. Maybe they saying. I mean, is he blowing their minds in practice? I don't know.
Man, listen, that's that Jerry loyalty. He's loyal. He's a loyal son of a gun. But come on, man.
Yeah, he was definitely loyal to them boys. Trying to stop them black kids from getting in school that day.
Hey, man, that was 50 years ago. I mean, there was a whole lot of people at little rallies like that 50 years ago.
Yeah, I bet they was, and
a lot.
And they all turned out to be some type of white supremacists in the police department or wherever they went, man. And they went to hide. Yeah, like what jobs you think all them dudes went to go do? Them same dudes.
All them cats that was in front of him.
Oh yeah.
They probably police.
They probably judges and chief of police and all types of stuff, man.
Yeah. But they face out there too now. Look, I was saying, we were talking about that at work the other day. That same subject, and I was like, I'm not surprised. Are you surprised?
Nobody's surprised. I mean, he's 80 years old, man. Like that's what you were supposed to do back then.
That was a cool thing to do back then.
Yeah, I mean, think about the people that was on them pictures of them people hanging from trees.
Yeah,
them people was up there having a picnic and all types of stuff.
Yeah, and the little kids that was in the pictures probably married to black dudes right now.
Yeah, cause they saw that it was on that tree hung in more ways than one. And was like, shoot.
I'm done.
I was like, shoot, why y'all tripping? I support Deion. I like what he did for SWAC. I'm going to call in tomorrow and stake my point.
Oh,
all right. Who is it?
I don't know.
I love when it say Facebook user. Go to YouTube Facebook user so I can see your name. I can't see your name on.
I'm about to go on Facebook right now and see who it is.
See who that was. Yeah, but I'm with you. I think Odell Beckham, he definitely go help, man. And like you said, I think he's healthy. I just hope he stay healthy, man. Like it was so unfortunate for him to be running across the middle of the Super Bowl and to have that non-contact injury, man. It was just crazy, man. But the little bit he did,
the sports K.
Oh, what's up, Gary?
Yeah.
The little bit he did, helped them win the Super Bowl, man. So
yeah, man.
Let's see if Dallas could catch lightning in the bottle like the Rams did. They got all the pieces they need. The defense is stout. You know, the quarterback is there, the run game is there, the line is getting there, and Odell Beckham look like they might be the missing piece, man. So
I'm gonna tell you, this is my thought process. This is my final thought process, and I ain't gonna say nothing else about it till he signs. I got it's kind of elaborate because I'm thinking future too, right? Okay. He's not gonna take a small deal. He's not gonna do that. But
that's why it ain't happened yet, and that's why it's meetings and him flirting on Twitter with the Cowboys. I mean, so much talking has been going on, and that's what it is.
Now, you can alleviate this with two problems, and I think that's why Dak is in this meeting tomorrow. Like that, he's coming in tomorrow. Him, Dak, CD Lamb, Zeke are all supposed to meet. You know what I mean? And this is what I think will happen. He's probably gonna ask for 2 years, probably $40 million. That's what I think. That's
I think he asking for more than 2 years.
I don't think. It may be 3. It may be 3 and 60. It might be. But I'm gonna tell you this: he's asking for whatever he's asking for is gonna be $20 million a year as a wide receiver. You can alleviate that problem. You can. Dak is going to restructure. That's what he's gonna do because that's what he's done ever since he's had this big contract. He's restructured every year. Dak is only making like $20 million this year. He's supposed to make 50. Now you can alleviate this, and he's supposed to make 40. Excuse me.
I don't think Dak should restructure no more. Zeke should be the one restructuring.
So that's what I was gonna say. Exactly what I was gonna say. Zeke is going to have to restructure. Zeke is going to have to restructure if he wants to stay on this football team anyway. But Tyron Smith is another person going to have to restructure. He did that already, though. Zach Martin, big contract, going to have to restructure. He did that already. DeMarcus Lawrence, big contract, restructure. He did that already, right? And then you finally get this Amari Cooper cap space that's coming off the books this year. So you got room. But here's the issue, right? You got to sign Tony Pollard. That is a must. You have to sign that dude. Trayvon Diggs is a free agent. You have to sign him. That is a must. And Micah Parsons is coming up next year.
I disagree with the Trayvon Diggs.
You're crazy.
I disagree. I don't think you have to sign him. If anybody's going to be the odd man out, it's going to be the corner. It's going to be Trayvon Diggs.
It won't be Trayvon Diggs. It'll be Anthony Brown. And plus, he got hurt last night anyway. He out for the season.
It'll be Diggs. If I gotta pay like I weigh, I'm doing the same thing. Now, I will say this: the last time I seen somebody give up on their corner that was not even in their prime yet, they was before their prime, so they still had some daggone years on them, right? Was the Carolina Panthers and your boy Josh Norman, right? Contract time came up. He wanted to get paid like he weighed, and Carolina was like, "Nah, we're not gonna do it." Now, the reason why it was a mistake for Carolina was because that team was built on their defense being solid and being able to have a corner follow a number one receiver around.
I'm never real big on cover two corners. I'm just not.
That's fair, and maybe that's why the Carolina Panthers was cool with letting him walk, and that's why maybe why he didn't do what he did anywhere else. What he did in Carolina.
He went to Washington, had to cover man to man, and
and that was the last we heard of him, right? So I get it.
Diggs is a cover one corner. That's what he does.
Man, I'm letting Diggs go.
But
ain't no way. I'm letting Diggs go.
He got to stay.
He ain't that cold.
What you call it will leave. Van Der Esch will leave. He'll be gone. That's fine.
You replace him.
I think Tyron Smith will retire. That big contract will be gone. You're gonna have to get some more offensive linemen in here, but it's obvious. Like you need Jason Peters is 40 years old, and he has come in and taught the offensive line more stuff than these coaches have taught him in the last 10 years. So even if he retired, you keep him as a coach because it's obvious that shit works. Obvious. I mean, all you had to do is get somebody to come in here and coach him up. That's it. And Peters has done that. And they talk about how much of a mentor to the offensive line he is. And they playing like him. They playing hard.
Okay.
And but I think that you have to think about this Parsons deal that's coming up in 2 years.
Of course,
you have to.
Of course, but you ain't got to think about that Diggs deal though.
Yeah, you do. You have to. If you let Diggs go, that'd be one of the biggest mistakes they done made. Man,
if you pay him like a quarterback, that's gonna be one of the biggest mistakes y'all ever made. Diggs think he's very important. His agent gonna be going in there asking for whatever the top dollar is for a corner.
You saw who Michael Parsons and Odell Beckham was with tonight.
I'm with you. Name me a team that's paying their corner top dollar.
There's only one that's really getting paid top dollar. Well, actually two.
Jalen Ramsey.
Darius Slay is getting paid in Philly, and Jalen Ramsey.
And Jalen Ramsey. Okay, it's working in Philly. It ain't working in.
I told you it wasn't gonna work. I was just a year late. I was a year early.
Yeah, it worked last year. They called lightning in the bottle.
Yeah, sure.
Stafford was hungry. He had enough gas to get to the end. They got Odell right at the right time. Everything was clicking. Akers came back right at the right time, and it was just everything clicked. And Cooper Kupp had a amazing season. So you can't duplicate that.
And where are they now? You sustain it. Kansas City not having a hard time sustaining it.
Kansas City don't look all that unstoppable, bro. They got rid of Hill.
They're the best team in the AFC.
Okay, all right. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. Let's get into this MVP discussion.
Well, I'm segueing this, ain't I?
Okay, yeah, you did. So let's get into this MVP. For me, it's hands down Jalen Hurts. It's hands down. Seriously, it is. For you, it's who?
I got 3 players.
Okay, let's go.
3 players.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes for one.
No.
For sure. It's gonna piss me off, but they gonna try their best to put Josh Allen in there, and I do not agree with it at all. Other than this past week, Tua Tagovailoa was playing his ass off.
Yeah, he was. He was in discussion. Up to this week.
And then my third one is Michael Parsons.
So you got 3, and Jalen Hurts ain't in the top 3.
No,
dude. I know he in the NFCs, but you don't have to hate that hard, man. Are you serious? No. Come on, man.
He's in the top 5. We'll see. When we have this conversation in like 3 or 4 weeks, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see what.
But the numbers are just gradually falling off. They barely winning games, right? They beat Tennessee the other day, but I think Tennessee is terrible.
You said they barely winning games, but they winning games.
They barely beat the team the Cowboys hung a 50 burger on last night.
I rather you come on, styles make fights, man. I mean, just because
what kind of style is that though?
Just because one team match up,
they beat the Cowboys with a backup quarterback by 8 points, and he threw 3 picks and gave you 17.
Yeah, just because one team match up good or bad with one team don't mean everybody else got to match up the same way. Okay,
let me ask you this: you think against the Cowboys, Jalen Hurts had a great game? He threw 3 touchdowns.
I want to say he ran 2 and threw 2.
No, he threw 3 touchdowns. Threw 3 touchdowns to AJ Brown in the first half.
Oh, hold on. Which team you talking about? Which game? I thought you were talking about last week.
I'm talking about.
Oh no, I'm talking about last week.
Oh, last week he may have thrown. Oh, this past game they played in.
Yeah, I think he threw 2 and ran 2.
Threw 2. I know he ran 1 for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Oh, he's a quarterback draw nightmare. But when they played the Cowboys, what did he do? That's the first significant defense that he played all year. What did he do? He passed for 125 yards.
Yeah, they won though.
Yeah, Cooper Rush gave him 3 touchdowns in the red zone. Threw 3 picks in the red zone. Of course, you better win. Shit.
Hey,
you better.
Hey, I don't know what else to tell you. So what you saying is the numbers aren't spectacular and the wins aren't spectacular. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying the numbers aren't spectacular. The wins, of course, they play great defense.
Let's pull up.
And you got a damn monster playing wide receiver.
What's wrong with that? Like, how does having a good receiver hurt your MVP chances?
Oh, it definitely doesn't hurt your MVP chances, but he's gonna take some of them votes. I mean, if I'm gonna give an MVP on that team, am I gonna give it to Jalen Hurts or AJ Brown? AJ Brown
that works.
AJ Brown was hurt. AJ Brown was hurt for a week. You think Cooper Kupp wasn't because you think Cooper Kupp wasn't the reason? You think Cooper Kupp wasn't the reason that Matthew Stafford won? That Matthew Stafford didn't win last year?
That's not how that worked, man. That's not how that worked. Randy Moss had the best statistical season for a receiver in history, and Tom Brady still got the MVP.
Did Dante Culpepper win it? Because that's who was throwing him the ball.
No, it's my.
He wasn't even in the race.
I'm talking about with the Patriots.
Oh, okay. Yo, of course.
All right. Of course. And Tom Brady got the MVP.
But last year, the Super Bowl MVP was not the MVP because Cooper Kupp was.
So let's look at these numbers. He's almost at 3,000 yards.
Okay.
He's accounted for 20 touchdowns, which is tied for 7th.
Okay.
He's only threw 3 picks, which is tied for 2nd.
Okay.
And he's number 4 in QBR.
So
they had the best record. They had the best record in the league.
So show right? Patrick Mahomes' numbers.
Hold on. And he's completing 75% of his passes.
Okay.
Well, no, that was last game. But yeah, but
I know he ain't completing 75% of his passes for the year.
No, he not. That was, but he was like he did last game. But no, I'm looking at this, man, and I don't see.
So tell me Patrick Mahomes' numbers right now.
I mean, it's probably crazy. That's all they do over there is pass.
Tell me Tua Tagovailoa's numbers right now.
I'll pull it up. Hold on. You want Pat or you want Tua?
You give me Pat and I'll give you Tua.
Okay. You give me Pat, man. Yeah, I'll get Tua for you. That'd be great. Let's see what Pat Mahomes' numbers look like. All right, he's through for 800 more passes, 10 more touchdowns, and 6 more interceptions, and he's first in QBR. So he's got 3,800 yards, and Hurts got 3,000. Right. He's got 30 touchdowns. Hurts got 20 touchdowns. He's threw 8 interceptions. Hurts threw 3 interceptions.
Okay.
Their record is they just lost to the Bengals, so they're 9-3. The Eagles are they only lost what, 1 game? Okay, so they're 11-1. They're 11-1. Yeah, I'm comfortable voting for Hurts. Who else you go vote for?
Tua right now is completing 68.1% of his passes.
Okay.
2,900 yards. 21 touchdowns. 21 touchdowns.
Yeah.
5 picks. QBR of 117. Number 2 in the NFL.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of quarterbacks doing what Jalen Hurts is doing.
Not in the win column.
Sure.
So your MVP. So you saying your MVP ranking is Mahomes, Tua, and Michael Parsons?
No. Number 2, my number 2 MVP is probably. Even though their team is not very good, Josh Jacobs is having one hell of a season.
Man, if you don't get out of town, Josh Jacobs is not doing what Jonathan Taylor did last year, and Jonathan Taylor wasn't even sniffing the MVP.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor should have been the league MVP last year.
He should have been. We talked about this last year. Yeah, he should have been the MVP last year.
He finished number 2.
Okay, so
that's not sniffing.
If you think,
I don't know what it is.
Who won the MVP last year?
Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp got the MVP last year?
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Well, I'm fine with it. If he did, I don't think he did though.
He did.
I don't think he did, bro. What's up, Dino? I don't think he did.
Last year was 2021, right?
Yeah. I guess 2023. 2022.
Oh, 2022. My bad. Oh yeah, because the season will end in 2023. Oh no, last year was what's his name?
Aaron Rodgers.
That's right.
Exactly.
Last year was Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I thought. So I would have been okay
if Cooper Kupp finished second.
Yeah, if Cooper Kupp would have won it, I would have been okay. If Jonathan Taylor would have won, I would have been okay. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. I mean, what was
a really, really good year? It's just they faltered against San Francisco. But everybody faltered against San Francisco last year, and it seems like everybody's going to falter to San Francisco again this year.
Let's see what everybody did last year.
It does hurt that Jimmy Garoppolo is out for the season. That's the second quarterback that's out for the season with a leg injury.
Yeah, that's gonna suck for them this year.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's gonna suck for them this year. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers now, he was 13-3 last year. I get it, 13-3. 68, almost 70% completion rate. He threw for 4,100 yards. Man, these are good numbers, man.
But I think Jonathan Taylor should have been the MVP, man. Look at Jonathan Taylor's numbers last year.
Wait. This man threw for almost 50 touchdowns in 2020. So look, this is why I think Aaron Rodgers got the MVP, because they was taking for granted what this man was doing. In 2019, they was 13-3.
Yeah,
he threw for 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, which is not a lot for Aaron Rodgers, not a lot of touchdowns. Mm-hmm. But the year after that, they were 13-3 again. This man completion percentage was 70%. He threw for 4,200 yards, or 4,300 yards really, and 48 touchdowns. 48 touchdowns, bro. 48 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. His quarterback rating was 121. I'm lying, it was 79. That's crazy. And then 13-3 again in 2021. And they finally was like, man, we gotta get him an MVP. But he had a better season the year before.
But if you listen to Tom Brady's numbers last year, right?
Okay.
Tom Brady completed at 63%, completed 63% of his passes for 5,316 yards, 43 touchdowns.
Last year. Yeah, but they gave A-Rod the MVP because
they had to give it to him for the year prior, for what he did the year prior, and they didn't give it to him.
Exactly. Who got it that year though?
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, and he probably deserved it that year too.
Patrick, he threw 50 touchdowns that year.
Yeah. Well, A-Rod threw 48.
Yeah.
And he threw 48 with one receiver.
That's why it's so incredible.
Exactly. And Mahomes threw it with 2 receivers and an all-world tight end.
But now Mahomes has no receivers.
All-world tight end.
But he still got the all-world tight end, and he's still putting up the same numbers. His best receiver that he got now.
Yeah, but he's in the Luka Doncic offense. He can't help. He can't help but getting up.
You still got to complete passes. You're stupid.
I mean, like, people, you can't be amazed. Like, as good as Mahomes is, that's serious. As good as Mahomes is, we just can't look at the numbers and be like, "Oh wow, this is amazing," because that's all they do is pass the ball.
Well, now I'm gonna tell you what. Now we're getting used to it.
Yeah, you're right, Dino. A-Rod won it last year.
That's just the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I was saying, Josh Jacobs, phenomenal year, but
he's literally the only thing they have.
In recent years,
mm-hmm.
Other than the time I seen Adrian Peterson go off, or other than the year that who went off after Adrian Peterson?
Zeke?
I'm stop it. I'm gonna think about all the running backs I can remember.
That rookie year, he rushed 1,700 yards.
So these are the memorable running backs. LT had a crazy year when he was when he broke the touchdown record. Adrian Peterson had a crazy year when he rushed for 2,000. Chris Johnson with the Titans had a crazy year where he was killing. I think the year that Corey Dillon had broke Jim Brown record, I think he ended up having a good year that year with the Bengals. But other than that, I think since then Jonathan Taylor might be the best running back performance I've seen. And he didn't get no MVP.
You could say Jonathan Taylor, maybe Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb rushes for a lot. He does a lot every year.
Yeah, but he ain't had the season that Taylor had last year.
So your top 5 passes in the NFL right now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Your top 5 passes in the NFL right now: Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen.
That's shocking. Okay.
Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Geno Smith.
Geno Smith about to win me fantasy. Geno Smith, Geno Smith said they wrote me off, but they ain't right back. I like that.
So are you ready for your next 5?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Number 6 is Tom Brady.
Okay.
Number 7 is Jared Goff.
Right.
Number 8 is Derek Carr. Number 9 is Jalen Hurts. And number 10 is Kirk Cousins.
And we talking about in terms of yards?
No, that's the entire QBR, everything.
Oh, come on. I ain't worry about that, man. The boys done a phenomenal job managing the game, minimizing mistakes. And you gotta take into account that he runs the ball as well. We didn't even pull up his rushing yards. So you gotta factor that in too.
So
pull up his rushing.
Your touchdown leaders right now are Patrick Mahomes with 30, Joe Burrow and Justin Allen with 25, Geno Smith with 22, Justin Herbert and Jalen Hurts with 20. No, excuse me. Aaron Rodgers has 22. Tua Tagovailoa has 21. So, he's 8th in that rushing.
Yeah, add his rushing touchdowns. You got to do the same thing you did with Cam Newton and Lamar Jackson when you talk about touchdowns. I mean, you just can't. So MVP for me. I got a better definition, not a definition, but I got a better criteria for MVP with the NBA than I do with football. I got to think of what it should be for football, but for MVP in the NBA, man, it's simple, man. You got to show me 5 things.
So
go ahead.
Right now, hold on. Jalen Hurts has rushed for 609 yards and 5 touchdowns this season.
So he counted for 25 touchdowns.
Josh Allen has rushed for 591 and 7 touchdowns.
Okay. So they both, when you add their rushing touchdowns, they both were almost at 30.
No, because Josh Allen has thrown for 25 touchdowns.
Okay, so 32,
I told you
32
when we first started this. I first told you when we started this conversation, they are going to try to find a way to weasel him into the conversation.
Yeah,
and that's how they're going to do it.
Of course. And they want to give it to Mahomes. Mahomes going to get the MVP. They're not going to give it to Jalen Hurts. They're not going to vote for him. It's just not. I know they're not going to vote for him, but he deserves it.
He's definitely in there. He's in there. But
he's number 1 for me. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's cool. You got 5 more weeks.
I can't take lightly the team's success with the leader performing well. Is he performing lights out like, oh my God, he threw 50 touchdowns? No, but he's performing well. And the team's success is there. That's good.
The team's success is there for now. For sure.
Hey, we had this conversation after they played the Dallas Cowboys, and if my prediction goes right and they beat them twice this year, Yeah.
Good luck.
You just gonna have to say I was right.
Good luck.
He said he gonna slow Geno down this week. I hope not, Dino, because I know you're a Panthers fan, but I got Geno starting in fantasy, man. I need this win, baby. Y'all better not slow down, Geno.
Who did they play this week?
I think it sounded like Carolina. He said he a Carolina's a Panthers fan.
Oh, he is going to absolutely torch Carolina.
You see, they just cut Baker.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
I'm gonna tell you what my biggest surprise was about Baker Mayfield the whole season is that they actually signed him.
It just didn't really make no sense to me, to be honest. They had Walker sitting right there, like, come on, man, get that dude a shot.
He was the starter. I mean, he got hurt, but Sam Darnold back in there now. And Sam Darnold's not playing horrible football. I mean, he's playing better than Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield been healthy scratch for about 2 or 3 weeks.
He said you don't know about the defense in Carolina, man. The defense straight.
They're pretty good. But I mean, you stay on the field for 48 minutes out of a 60-minute game. You see how straight you are. Tired as hell. Hope y'all got some oxygen over there.
Oh man. Hey, Dino, call the line, man. Tell me what's about to happen in hold on, they playing in Carolina? Tell me what's about to happen when they play Carolina next week, man. I'm interested, man. Cause let me know if I need to bench Geno this week.
I'm gonna tell you what's about to happen. The rookie was saving them a lot, running the ball hard. He gone.
Foreman?
Broken ankle, out for the season. No, in Seattle.
Oh, Walker's
done.
Yeah.
That was saving them.
That's gonna be a tough one.
That's tough.
That's gonna be real tough.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But what's his name is still there? From San Diego State. Running back.
If it ain't Marshall Faulk, it ain't even worth talking about.
San Diego State always got a good running back. What is his name?
If it ain't Marshall Faulk, ain't nothing to talk about. Man, I beat somebody 146 to 81 in fantasy, man. Come on, Moses.
I got back on track this week.
Hey man, you dog food. You
Definitely
dog food, and you know, Dino, what's up?
Gentlemen, what's going on, man?
What's going on? I was just telling Corey he dog food in fantasy, man. But go ahead, man. Hey, these boys about to let me win this league a 3rd year in a row, man. But go ahead, man. What's about to happen with
you like in 5th place? What are you talking about?
Right, so,
Carolina playing at home?
No. But let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you what is going to make Carolina beat Geno, right? So when we fired Matt Rule, there was a complete shift in the locker room. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It was an upside where everybody just bought into what Steve Wilkes was preaching, right? We're going to get physical up front. We're going to run the ball. We're going to keep our offense on the field and try and keep fresh legs on the defense because that's our strong suit. So now that's been happening, you know what I'm saying? We are only getting healthier. We got Jeremy Chin coming back for his 2nd week off injury. You know, we got J.C. Horn still putting up top cornerback in the league numbers. He's tied with Sauce Gardner in targets for completion when thrown to his side. You still got Brian Burns making noise. You still got Shaq Thompson out there, Frankie Louis. It's a lot of people, man. And then you got Brent, and I think Corey mentioned it too. Kenneth Walker went down with a broken foot.
Yeah.
So that's a huge punch to them because if you can't run that ball, you can't throw that ball. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be tough on them. But they got that 12th man with that Seattle crowd, and it's crunch time, the last 6 games of the season, it's going to be playoff atmosphere out there in Seattle. So it is going to be a tough one.
Well, I mean, my hope is for Carolina to get the W, but I want Geno Smith to throw 4 touchdowns, man. I need them fantasy points, baby. I mean, it's like it.
Nah, you should have went for that against the Rams.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if there's any quarterbacks available, man. Maybe I can bench Geno, man. But I think Geno will be fine, man. I don't know if Carolina.
No, he's played great. He's played great football for them. He's done everything you've asked him to do. When you surround him with the weapons you surrounded him with, especially Kenneth Walker, he's just been outstanding this year.
Yeah.
But when you put weapons around him, like Geno's never been bad nor a terrible quarterback. You know, he just got put in the New York Jets.
It was the Jets, bro. Good Lord. Like, I'm like, come on, man. They had Geno out there looking bad, man. I'm like, man, he got more talent than that, man. Come on. Yeah, the Jets had that man looking bad. But let me ask you this, though. Who your MVP for this season?
For the season, NFL?
Yeah.
Oh, man, don't get me into the line, bro. I really can't call it. I would like to say Jalen Hurts, but you know, Pat Mahomes has still been playing like, man, I like Tua.
Yeah, I think last week, this last game kind of dropped him lower in the race.
It did.
Yeah.
But, man, before this week, Tua has been on it's been ridiculous, man. If he didn't get knocked out 2 games, it wouldn't even be close. You know?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. With if those 2 games he missed, and it's crazy, man, because he still got 21 touchdowns, which is more than Jalen Hurts, and he missed 2 games. That just show you how good Tua been playing, man. Yeah, he was definitely in the lead for MVP, even after he missed the 2 weeks and came back. I think he had a explosive game that game he came back. And you know, he was in the forefront, man. But when it's a close race, man, you can't slip up late and have a horrible game like you had last game and then recover from it. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree.
Remember the words you saying.
Hey, Corey swear up and down the Cowboys is about to embarrass Philly, man.
Watch.
Hey, look! I ain't gonna lie, Corey. I've been checking y'all out a lot lately. Y'all gonna be able to pull it through Christmas Eve?
Yes.
Hey, man, we might.
I am more concerned with the game after Philly than I am about Philly.
Who was that?
Tennessee.
Washington.
Cowboys don't stop the run with
Tennessee.
Hey, Dino. I'm calling it now. I'm so hyped about this Cowboys Philly game because Corey just think it's about to be over for the Eagles. I'm so hyped about it. I'm thinking about doing an hour before the game of trash talking live, and then I'm going post game after the game and going in. We gotta
do it like Peyton and Eli, man. We gotta go live during the game.
Oh, we might have to do that too. Man. I gotta get the cowboy packs ready to smoke. I'm out of the Navy.
I'm gonna tell you, just like I told Floyd today. He was on Facebook talking noise already, right? And I told him, you keep that same energy the day before Santa Claus get here. You keep it.
Nah, in my opinion, I have this going down as game of the year. This is going to be game of the year.
Not even. Somebody not showing up.
Yeah, I'll tell you who it's going to be.
I guarantee it's going to be a disappointing game.
Okay, so all right, Mel, I'm not going to lie to you. Right now, going into this week, Philadelphia was, I think, top 3 or top 4 maybe even 5, top 5 healthiest teams, right?
Yeah.
Now, coming out of this week, you lose the interception. You lose a major piece in your defense. The guy who's leading the interceptions in this season.
Yeah, he's out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's huge.
Gardner Johnson.
Right. So that's a huge drop, right? And Cowboys, on the other hand, they're only getting healthier. Tyron Smith about to come back. I think, they did take a hard hit, but those rookie cornerbacks they got, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah. Anthony Brown got hurt. Anthony Brown got hurt, and Darren Bland came in and just politely got 2 picks real quick.
Right. Then they go be adding Odell Beckham. So I mean that you got that factor too. But yet and still, man, like I mean Philly adding some people too. They just signed Sue, didn't they? I don't know if he played yet. Has he played yet?
Well, he hasn't really got. He haven't really. He's been involved, but it's not the same guy. I mean, but he's clogging up the middle. I mean, he's in Dominican Sue. You know what I'm saying? But like Jordan Davis, the big rookie, he got hurt again last week. He got hurt again yesterday. Let's
bring up another good point about Jordan Davis too. Does that 20-pound loss help, or does that crush you?
I think.
I don't know. I ain't never been that big. I can't even tell you.
Yeah, that is a mountain.
You know, he was drafted because of his size, the uniqueness of his size, and how fast he was, moving and things like that. But now that you lose weight, you get a little slimmer. That hole gets a little bigger for the running back.
It's not. It doesn't seem like he's. I mean, but it's the NFL. You understand what I'm saying? But he's not. I don't think he's that big dominant force that they thought that he was going to be in the middle. But I mean, still,
I think he started out the season pretty good. I think he was performing well before the first injury.
Absolutely, I agree. I think it was between him and Quentin Williams, the best defensive tackles, going head and head at like the first 5 weeks of the league.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Very interesting. Got it.
It's
interesting.
Cool.
What your boy Thomas Edward Brady had a nice little comeback against the Saints tonight.
Listen, man, all I needed was the Saints to go ahead and take care of business, but they couldn't do that. So, because if the Saints would have beat Brady tonight, I think Carolina would have went up and tied for first with the Bucs, if not taken first. That
just goes to show you how important that penalty was that DJ Moore got after he scored that touchdown. That game was over. And we gotta let it go. If y'all won that game, what's y'all record ever since Steve Wilkes took over?
If we win that game, I don't think we allow Cincinnati to do what they did to us.
But he done coached 5 games?
Nah, he's coached about what week are we going into?
Week 11. Week 11.
Week 11. Week 5. About 6 weeks now.
And he got a winning record with that, right?
Yes, he has a 500 record since taking over head coach.
Okay, all right. Interesting, man.
But he's still trying to put together a staff as well. It didn't really make mainstream, but not last week, but the week before last, we got rid of another 2 coaches. We got rid of an assistant cornerback coach as well as linebacker coach the week we lost to Cincinnati. So there's still a lot of adjustments we got to make down there in Carolina. So
how you feel about the Baker Mayfield waiver?
Man, my heart smiled. I don't think people understand how frustrating it was to see a captain's patch on that Carolina jersey for Baker Mayfield.
No, he didn't. They didn't bring him over there and give him no captain's patch, man.
Yes, man, he was rocking a captain's patch.
See, that's the type of silly stuff Matt Rhule was doing, man. Like,
you get what I mean? Like,
bruh,
come on, man. How do you give him a captain's patch? And I just don't. Man, what captain are you?
Crunch. Captain Crunch, man. Captain Crunch, man. Golly, because he will
Captain
crumble
Crunch
under
is my
pressure.
favorite cereal. Don't ever.
Hey, Captain Crunch would not survive
ever.
milk for longer than 5 minutes.
Do not
Captain
ever
Crunch.
insult. Do not insult the captain
Hey,
like that.
bro. Hey, you
No.
pour milk in that Captain Crunch, it will not crunch after 3 minutes. You
fast.
will be eating spinach.
Eat it
That jungle tastes like collard greens in your mouth, man.
Eat it fast.
Yeah, but I'm happy about it. I'm actually when I found out how it all went down. You know, Baker he requested it. He requested the trade.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
But this just goes to show, right? You're not in a bad situation. You weren't performing. You had opportunity. The passes were there. The pockets were there. It's the same story we've seen in Cleveland. The line was there. Your receivers were open. You just didn't perform.
And he's so much of a baby that he think he's too good to be a backup to where he would request a trade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a request to be released. Like he's gonna get released and then get signed. I mean, you never know. New Orleans so dumb. They might bring him in. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a team that like what are you getting waived for? Like Carolina was gonna pay you good money. Like,
Maybe.
I could think of hell no. They wouldn't sign him.
I mean, they're desperate right now. They need it.
He wouldn't last a week in Frisco.
I don't think Shanahan will do it.
Indianapolis.
Oh,
I know who is signing right now and paying good money.
Who that?
Toronto Argonauts.
Who?
The Toronto Argonauts.
the Bishop Sycamore.
Well, y'all so that goes stupid, man. Hey, he probably tear arena football up right now.
Hey, man. Yeah, he can go play with Johnny Manziel and call the play league.
But if he think he too good for a backup role, you know he ain't about to mess with no arena football.
Man, and that's the thing,
that
man.
might be his
and
best
this is
bet.
where I thought. and this is where I thought I seen some growth in Baker when PJ got that start. The way him and Sam Darnold were on the sideline, going over film with him, going over that's the things you want to see. That's the things that keeps you on the team and keep that door for opportunity open for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the right things. You're being a great coach. You're not letting that starting position get to your head and just tap out. Like you're just I couldn't believe it when we released. I'm like, yeah, but when I seen he requested to be released, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
As soon as I seen he got released, I knew it was a request. I knew it was a request. Yeah, I was like, man, he had to ask for that. I mean, he had to. They could have waited. The season almost over. They could have waited.
As soon as I saw him released, you know what I thought?
What's that?
Hate to say I told you so.
Yeah, a lot of people said that. Yeah, he's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's hefty bad trash.
Yeah.
Like it's
Before we get out of here, Dino. Before we get out of here, man. Prime time. Did he sell out or not?
Did he sell out?
Yeah.
I don't think people understand what Colorado is gonna look like in the next 2 years.
For real.
He took let's just put this in perspective, right? All right, I go to 2 national championships with minimum funding. Because HBCUs, they don't get nowhere near the type of money big universities such as Colorado, Utah, Bama, stuff like that are getting, right? So let's say they give him $100,000 a year for recruiting or whatever at Jackson State. What you think he'll be getting at Colorado? These he's going to be able to do what Nick Saban do. Here you go, take this Benz for a drive and just drop it off whenever you come to training camp. You know, he's going to be able to do that. He's going to be able to bring in who he wants. You know, it's going to get crazy. Colorado's going to be good, man.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things he even said in that meeting. He said NIL deals are coming.
Absolutely. And this is the even crazier thing, because when I first seen it, I'm like, man, you're only there 2 years. I don't think that's enough to install a culture, let alone the system. You know, I don't think that's enough. But when I think about it, how many players were draft eligible last year? I think it was a record. It was a record for HBCUs for draft eligible players last year.
Yeah.
And that all came from Jackson State. So when I see that, I'm like, we could say Primetime did that, but you can't take away from what those players were doing either. You know what I mean? And that's just one HBCU. I do feel like he could have maybe stuck around maybe another year or two, but this in my and this is coming from a father point, I think this is about him setting his son up for future endeavors. I don't think this has anything to do with him personally wanting anything other than him to get his son into the best situation to get his son into the league.
That makes a lot of sense. And I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't put it past him. I think it got something a lot to do with his son. But you know, he also said, man, it wasn't much about him, man. It's about his coaching staff. Like, you know, like these people that he bringing with him would probably never even get a shot at a D1 school, like or Power 5 school. They wouldn't even get a shot at that. So he was like, I'm excited about what's about to happen for my coaches. You know, man,
they're about to go crazy.
Yeah, and imagine 10 years from now, people talking about a Deion Sanders coaching tree, the way they talk about a Greg Popovich coaching tree or Dean Smith coaching tree. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, he could create something like that. I think some good go come from this either way. If he would have stayed at Jackson State, you know, he could have kept the ball rolling and good would have came from that. But, you know, he sees another opportunity to do some good and help some players out and help some coaches out and help himself and his son out at the same time. And whatever he started at the HBCUs can still keep going with other people, man. So I think it's good, man. I don't feel no type of way about it.
Like a win-win situation. Yeah. And the thing I love most about it is he's not just going there, just him and his son. He's taking everybody. He's taking the staff. He's taking his recruit. He's taking everything.
Yeah, I think I think he taking Brittany Renner too, taking her out to Colorado.
You got no sense,
man. On that note, man, we'll end it, man. We get back in here tomorrow. No, what's going on?
Yeah, you ended it with Brittany Renner.
I do have a question, man. I do have a question.
Yeah.
You said Devin Booker and Jason Tatum for MVP race.
Yeah.
You gotta throw Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, regardless of record. You have to throw him in there. This man's last 7 games, he's put up 30 plus.
I got a video I'm dropping tomorrow on breaking down what the NBA MVP criteria should be. So I'm gonna break that video down, and I take what Shai Gilgeous has done, and I put it in that spin cycle and see if it comes out with him being a candidate or not. You know,
you gotta take into account teammates too.
Oh yeah, it's bro. You see the video. It ain't gonna be okay. It'll be 10 minutes long, 10 minutes, 12 minutes long. You'll see it. I break it down what it should be, and it's gonna make a lot of sense.
Okay, no doubt. I'm definitely gonna tune in.
Yeah, for sure. Corey, what you laughing at? What you laughing at? Corey.
He's just laughing.
Yeah, it's just the hate seeping through.
Man, please.
Hey,
Wow. What you laughing at?
Hey, you already know who the league MVP gonna be.
Who?
Who you think?
Luka?
Yeah.
Well, they didn't already gave it to him, bro. Hey, I ain't never seen nobody. They have given Luka the MVP 2 years in a row, and he couldn't keep it. They pretty much telling Luka, we want to give you this award.
I can't stand the way they're playing basketball right now. They hoop good tonight.
They
I
blew
can't
Phoenix
stand
out, but
I
without
cannot
watching that
stand the way
game,
they're playing basketball right now.
without watching that game, I already know how they won it.
listen, man. I
ain't even
told-
playing
I
the
told
fourth
my
period.
brother- I told
He
my
didn't play the
brother-in-law,
whole
I
fourth
said, this
period.
is not a good stat. This is not a good stat to have. You guys have not won a game this year when Luka doesn't drop 30. That's not good.
No, yeah.
That's not good at all.
You preaching to the choir.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get a lot of help in most games now. That whistle, they gonna have to help Luka. If they want to give him this award, they gonna have to help him because he ain't gonna win them games playing this way. They're gonna whistle, bro. I didn't even see the Phoenix game tonight, but when I looked at the stat sheet and I seen that Devin Booker was like 4 for 13 and only had like 12 points, and they lost by like 15. When I saw that, I was like,
the Mavericks hit 23s tonight.
yeah, they turned that magnet on them. They turned that magnet on. They did. They did. Hey, that's all I'm gonna. You know what? I ain't even gonna get into it, man. They turned that magnet on, man. They gotta help Luka. It's a couple of things they can do. They can whoop you that whistle. Or they can turn that magnet on.
Turn the magnet on.
Yeah, when I see a team can't miss like that, and I'm like, oh, come on, man, really? You know what I mean?
Does Kemba help him?
Man, Kemba has already told people that his knee is never gonna be 100% again. Right? So, I mean, is he go past the physical? We don't know if he go past the physical, man. But he go give it the old college try. So we'll see. I'm rooting for him.
I got a question for you, boys. Have you paid attention enough to have a Heisman Trophy favorite?
No. But give it to Deion Sanders.
That's not gonna happen. The four finals.
We talking about Heisman? We talking about Heisman?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. You know who won me over this weekend?
Who?
The guy from TCU, man, Max Dugan. Listen, man, I was on the way back home. We had to take a little drive to Tennessee and came back. I'm driving, but I have the game playing, and I can almost, like, you know, just off of having a football IQ, I can know exactly what's going on just from hearing the game, right? Mm-hmm. This quarterback was hit all game, every drive, and I'm not just talking like it was almost like Mike Winchell versus Dallas Carter. Like, he was getting
Friday Night Lights.
blasted. Yes, he was getting blasted to the point to where his last drive, he converted 2 4th downs with his leg, got blasted both plays, and through the time but he couldn't even walk off the field. Well, he couldn't. He was that exhausted. And I was like, listen,
they were trying to celebrate with him. So me and my brother Matt, they were trying to celebrate. He was pushing them away because he couldn't breathe.
He couldn't breathe. And then they tried to give him oxygen. He didn't even want the oxygen. He just wanted to be alone to catch his breath. Like, but man, that takes heart.
Wait. You're right. It takes heart. But let me ask you. Y'all like that?
Yes.
Y'all like to see someone leave it on the field like that?
Leave it.
Absolutely. It's like
Not
like
almost to near death.
Leave it.
it's like the excitement of boxing when you don't hear the crowd cheering when they go to split decision.
So
you hear the crowd cheering if somebody getting their brains knocked out.
If a player plays that hard and dies on the field, y'all go applaud that?
He's not gonna die.
Nah, I'm gonna applaud his efforts. I'm not gonna applaud the fact that
I tell you what, if I got a kid and he go out there and play that hard for a team to where he bring himself to death, I'm gonna whoop his tail.
Hey, whoa, you gotta think, man. I'm a Heat fan. Did you not see what Jimmy Butler did in the bubble? I loved it.
That's just playing till you're tired and exhausted. But y'all talking like this man couldn't breathe.
Hey,
man, you gotta look it up now. Just go back and
I'm not watching it because I'm gonna get mad because I don't think.
Hey,
I don't care if it's the Army.
Well, man, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing the coaches were doing. It was just they were blitzing him that much. Like
I would have subbed myself out.
Ball.
I would have subbed myself out. I would every time I seen that blitz come out, I would have intentional grounding. I'm not getting hit no more.
Well, we know you as a basketball player, so I'll give you that one.
I'm not doing it for basketball either.
Right.
Hey, look, ain't nothing worth my life, man. I wouldn't even give my life to the Army. If that was like, hey, look, I would have been like Muhammad Ali. Hey, we about to go over here and fight. Y'all going by yourself. Go ahead and send me to what's the other option? Jail? Send me to jail.
No, but I mean, it just shows you he loves the game like I love the game. You know what I mean? That's all it shows me.
Yeah, I get.
And I appreciate that.
I get what you're saying.
You don't see that a lot. You don't see that. Man, when the last time you seen somebody exhausted coming off the field? Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty
That's
much.
my point.
Hey, and then he went in overtime, took them all the way down to the 2-yard line. They got the 4th down, and for the life of me, they were 4th down. It was 4th and goal from like the half-yard line. And for the life of me, I don't know why TCU decided to hand the ball up. I would have just ran a quarterback sneak, put him in the end zone. But I think they was trying to save him to the next drive.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Just push behind him and push him in the end zone. Bad coaching decision.
And I don't know the way it was looking though, Corey. He probably didn't even have the leg strength to do it, man.
He probably didn't. He probably didn't. He was gassed for sure.
Man, he was exhausted. Like exhausted.
They was down. They were down by 14 with 6 minutes left in the 4th quarter. And this dude just decided to put everything on his back and just go. And that's exactly what he did. He just went. I'm
telling you, like when you watch Friday Night Lights and you watch how Mike Winchell played against Dallas Carter, it's like splitting image.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he won the Heisman Trophy in a loss. Watch.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I go check it out.
Just Max Duggan at Kansas State. Just Google it and just watch him. That dude went to absolute work.
That game was amazing. That game was like, whew.
Because he's throwing passes.
I didn't even watch visually. I just heard it. Like the whole time I'm hearing it, I'm like, this game is amazing.
Man, listen. You talk about he throwing passes, receivers dropping balls, and he was like, you know what? I'll just do it myself. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No lies. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, he just won a Heisman Trophy.
I'm definitely checking it out in the morning, man. Yeah.
And
all right, man, that's how that go ahead.
The crazy part about it is, he started the season. In the first game of the season, he started as the backup, and the starter got hurt. And the starter got hurt and went out at halftime, and the rest is history.
The starter back though.
Yeah. No, yeah, starting back. He on the sideline. He ain't getting in the game. Not with this dude.
He ain't getting the
He
job
ain't
back.
getting in. No,
It's
sir.
like when Rev went down and Sunshine just
Hey, Dino, he keep hitting these movie references.
Hey, but you know what? He hitting the nail on the head with him. I'm telling you.
Yo, man, it's too funny, man. Look, man, let me go ahead and shut this thing down, man. I got an early day tomorrow.
Do it.
I'm trying to get some business started tomorrow, man. So I gotta get up early.
Do it.
Yeah, but I want y'all to go listen to this song. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play it for y'all.
Here we go.
Y'all ain't
song, man.
y'all ain't heard Stephen A. Smith theme song?
No.
Nah.
Oh man, y'all gonna love this song, man. It's one of my favorite songs of the century, man. My favorite songs.
You finna
No, it's a dope song.
Crazy.
I ain't about to do nothing crazy, but it's a dope song though. Y'all gonna like it, trust me. Y'all gonna like it.
Hey man, if I don't even like it, I ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna hang up.
Yeah, y'all definitely gonna like it, man. Hold on, I got it pulled up right now. Man.
Man, I can tell by your face you about to say some BS, man.
I could be something stupid. I can already tell.
It ain't gonna be nothing stupid. It's just a dope song, man. It's a good old theme song. You know what I mean? So, yeah, y'all gonna like it, man. I know y'all gonna like it, man. Y'all ready for it?
How do you come across this stuff, man?
I'm done.
Oh man,
You ain't like it? Y'all ain't like the song?
I'm done.
Where, man? Where?
Hey, that song dope, man. You know it is, man. You know that song dope. Y'all gotta see the video. The video is tough. All right, man. I'm out of here, man. I'll holler at y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, gentlemen. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.